Okay, I have a pencil. Okay, so to start off with, I draw around the button. And that gives us a nice round. That's going to be the pupil. You probably can't see it yet. Is anybody drawing with me? I'm hoping that other people are going to be drawing alongside me. So now that we have the pupil, I'm going to now, if I could stop my hand from shaking, I'm now going to draw around my eye. And I've got Lola here, she's going to be drawing with me. So I'm going to take it up right round the circle. You don't have to, you can take it down. So then you get to your eye shape. And a little bit under the bottom. I'm sorry, my hand's shaking because I've not done this before in front of anybody. Other than when I was on Hachanda, but yeah. So there, we have our outline. And then we put in our pupil. I don't know if you can see it because it's still a bit dark. But yeah, we start, so just follow the circle round and get your pupil. And then work out where you want your sparkle. So I'm going to give her a square sparkle. So we'll put that there. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going in with my lightest colour. So I'm going for green. And so with the pencil, just little circular motions with the lightest colour. And sorry, just continue all the way around. I'm not going right into the pupil because I'm going to put a different colour in there. So when you do little circular motions, you start to get the effect of a marble, which is quite nice. And then with a darker shade of green. Hi Donna, hi Karen, thank you for watching. Hi Alison. Oh, which is, I don't know if I'm in the bath. Oh, that's, I wish I was in the bath now because I'm really nervous, chilling out. So I now get the darker colour and then I do some little squiggles all the way around. And then some flicky motions. I'm sorry, my descriptions are probably not the best. But from the outside, just start slowly flicking in to the centre. Who else have we got? Karen, hi Karen. And Rebecca, hi, finally found it. Thank you for tuning in, Rebecca. I'm just hoping that my hand will stop shaking soon. So when we get up to the top, we always get a bit darker because that's where the shadow's going to be. And again, just little flicks. Please let me know if you're all drawing along with me or if you're going to do it later on once you're going to watch first and then do it later on when you've got a glass of wine and you can chill out. The important thing is to remember there really isn't any wrong or right way. It's finding your own way. Finding the way that works for you. So I've now got some gold, some yellow, and I'm going to put it on this in the inside. So again, with little flicks from the outside, not all the way around, just in the centre I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to use a light brown. I've got Lola drawn beside me. I'll show you what she's doing in a minute once we get underway. So with a lighter brown, what colour is this one I've got? I've got raw umber, but use whatever you like. It's about having a play, finding what suits you. And so just little lines out from the pupil. Yeah. And then with a darker brown, which I have is walnut brown, I'm going to start colouring the pupil of the eye. And I start with brown because actually I've gone the darker. Oh no, that's okay. No, just ignore me. I start with a brown because when I eventually do the black, it gives you more layers and it makes it look a bit deeper. So with a dark brown, and then make sure it's a bit darker down at the line. The trick is to not have any white down here, and then it starts to look more realistic. And darker definitely at the top. Okay. How are we all doing? We've got Maria. Hi Dee, I'm a little late but catching up. That's okay, Maria. You can do it at your own pace. I'll put it on my wall later on, so anybody who's just tuning in can have a little play later on. And we've got Joe, just caught this. We'll be watching it again later and drawn along. Thank you, Joe. Okay, so I'm now going to put a lighter brown here. And if you can do it in the sort of direction of the eye, it starts to look a bit more realistic. And again, I'm going back over, sorry, I'm bringing my hair in with the darker walnut brown just around the edges. And then that starts to give you more depth. And then with the brown, I'm going to start to go over my line that I've already done with the pencil earlier on to create the outline of the eye. I'm not used to doing it while talking. I'm usually in my own little world with my music on, just doodling away. So I'm now in a new situation where I have to talk about what I'm actually doing, which is quite tricky. So yeah, get the brown to go all the way up to where your sparkle's going to be. Every now and again I'm trying to look and see who's watching. Got Julie, hi Julie, and Shirley and Karen. Oh, thank you everybody for tuning in, it's so lovely. It's nice to have your support. So there, we've got that a bit darker. Now I'm going to get a skin, I'm going to come back to the eye, but I just want to do a little bit around the side of the eye. So I have on my Faber Castel you've got the light flesh. And so I'm going to start just above the eye now, because this is where the eyelid's going to be. Just in little circular motions all the way around. And the thing is, you're better doing it really faint and building up the layers, and that's when you get a better result. So at the minute I'm not really doing it as light as I would normally do because I'm nervous, and because I'm not really sitting at the right angle either. I'm trying to do it so that the camera's in front. And again, down the bottom. So with your light tone, just go along your line, because this is your eyelid, not your eyelid, the bottom of your eye, sorry. And then with your skin tone, just drag it out. Is everybody able to see all right? Because I'm not really sure. Please let me know if I'm not doing it all right. And hopefully the next time I'll be better. So we've got a little bit of skin tone. We've got a hi Karen, Catherine, Claire Hunter. Thank you. She's just cooking the tea and trying to watch. Oh, it's such a tricky time, 7 o'clock, isn't it? So, excuse me blowing. Okay, I'm now with my normal pencil going to do my eyelid. So I'm just going to get a little faint line. I'm just going to work out where I want this to go. Again, my hand is shaking, but I'll try and control it. And so with a darker pink, or a darker, I've got the medium flesh colour, and I am going to go above the lid with this, because this is where you get your shadow start to build up, and again you get that bit of depth. And just take it all the way along, and just go in with your pencil as well along the line, just to build it up a bit. Again, just following along the line. Has anybody got wine? I've just got water today because it's really hot here in Arundel. So I've got all the doors open, all the windows open, and I've got Lola. Do you want me to show what you've done so far, Lola? No? You want to wait? I'll bring Lola's picture in when she's ready. She's doing a blue eye. So I've got the black now, and I'm going to go in here to build up the depth of the lid. And again, at the top, just here, and down here, bit of depth. And then with the black, go back over that line and start to go into the pupil with the black. And you can also start to take this black over the top of the green, because this is where the shadow will be when the lid, and a little bit down here. Can you see it's starting to build up? So the black now over the top of the walnut brown. And you can keep going over it again and again and again. It just gets darker and darker. The Faber Castel pencils are really good. Has anybody got the Faber Castel pencils, I'm wondering? Jenny, hi Jenny, she can't wait to see what you're doing, Lola. And we've got Terry Kim. She's got a chilled coconut milk. Oh wow, that sounds really nice. I've not tried that. So that is definitely something that I need to try. So I'm just continuing with the black. And then where we've got it fainter, with your black pencil, just start to curl it round, like so. And then you start to feel like the reflection in the eye. Okay, now I'm going to go into the white of the eye with the white pencil and start to, and when you use the white it starts to feel a bit more like it pops. So right up to the ends. I'm just wondering if anybody's doing it with the stamps or if they're just doing it with drawing. I think it's really nice just to sit and doodle, and there's something nice about drawing eyes. I've always liked drawing eyes. And so with the walnut brown, I'm going to start bringing in a shadow here and a little bit here, just where the bottom of the line is, and it can get darker here and darker here. And so as long as there's no white. So sorry if my hand gets in the way, it's quite tricky, and bring it all the way. So I'm going over the black with the brown, and then that makes it even deeper. And then over the green, and so now back into the eye with the green. So I'm going to get a darker green. I'm going to have Jupiter green. So who else have I got chatting to me? Denise Williams, thank you so much for this. It's wonderful. Thank you so much for your support. I'm really, really pleased. It is so nice to know that there's people out there who want to do some drawing. And I mean, I'm just self-taught. I've just found my own style, and you can too. So with the dark green, just around the edges, can you see what I'm doing? Just and the little lines, and then just make it darker up at the top. And you can take the green in to the pupil as well. I think that sometimes makes it feel a bit more cohesive. So again, just little strokes up and take it all the way up to the top. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of green in here, but have a play around with your colours and decide on how you want your eyes to look. You can use pinks and purples. Who have else got? So Terry's saying, I've got Faber Castel pencils, but they're not chromo. You should try the coconut milk. I'm definitely going to try the coconut milk. So I'm now going to go back in with my light brown and do up to this little part here. But have a look at eyes and see how they are, and put your little swirls and things in. I also like to draw little hearts in them. So every now and again there's a little heart in her eye, which looks quite cute. So, and again, just keep going over, and that's when you start to get the depth, because you can't really layer them too much, these pencils. Just keep, and when you draw and go back to it, you realise it's actually faded into the paper a bit, and you can go over it again. So again, a little bit darker around the outside. Bring that bit in. How's it looking? Can everybody see it okay? Am I in the right bit? Yeah. So somebody's treated Karen's just treated herself to a small tin of Faber Castel inspired by my lovely stamps. Oh, that's lovely to know. I hope you got on, or let me know how you got on with them, Karen. Right, I'm going to put an eyebrow in as well. So with your eyebrow, it's kind of, it starts at the beginning of the eye and you take it up as far as the pupil. Sorry, my hand's shaking again. Up as far as the pupil, and then it just starts to fall down just at the back of the pupil, if that makes sense. Yeah. Somebody says I'm very clever, Katie. Thank you, Katie. I don't think I'm clever at all. So with the light flesh pink, I'm now going to take this all the way up to the eyebrow. It just takes a little while with the skin tone, and it might feel a bit boring because I'm just doing the same thing. But take it all the way down to the crease in your eye, and then just make it darker as you get to the crease. I hope I'm making sense because my terminology might not be the best. And again at this side, and then keep a little bit that's going to be white where you get the shine. So I'm just going to stop for a minute and get my white, and I'm going to put my shiny bit up here. There we are. And then I'm going to continue with my skin tone. So just keep going, and just, I think that if you just sit and get into it, it eventually just comes together. And you can just keep, you might think, oh, I went a bit heavy there, but if you just keep going over it, just as long as it's darker down at the bottom. I'm going to go in there as well with a bit more brown. So please get in touch, let me know what you think. If you would be interested in me doing some more tutorials on how to build up faces, how to make whimsical girls. I really like the journaling, and then adding your little words. It's all about just having a bit of fun. So there is the what. How are you getting on, Lola? Oh wow, can I just show you what Lola's done so far? You might not believe this because Lola's only 11, but that's what Lola's just done. What do you think? She's done a lovely blue eye. That's really good, Lola. Well done, darling. So Karen is saying, yes to everything, please. Yes, please. So I'm just going to continue. So if anybody is drawn along with me, I would really love to see what you've done. I mean, please feel free to go onto my Dash of D page and post them on there, or if you want to go into the group. But can you see the skin starting to build up now, just with lots of layers? So again, darker. So I'm going to use my darker flesh again to come in to the crease of the eye. Now you can put eyeshadow on as well. I usually put eyeshadow on my girls, and tonight I haven't. So do you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of eyeshadow on. So I'm going to put the pale green, which was the lightest colour in the eye. Somebody's saying, Ellen has said, your daughter is so talented. And Dawn said, Lola, that's beautiful. Ah, thank you everybody. She's really appreciating your feedback. She loves drawing. So I'm going in with the light green first on the bottom lid, and then leave a little bit here at the top. Again, that's a little spark, a little bit of shine on your eye. And then I find that if you just do little circles, it just, I don't know, I just do little circles. I like the effect I get when I do little circles. And then with the darker green, closer to the dark line, just start to little squiggles up. And then again, that gives you a little bit of depth. So this girl's gonna have green eyeshadow on to go with her green eyes. So, but it's quite nice. I've done purple eyes, which are quite nice. Sounds a bit strange, but they're quite nice. So just as long as you get darker, closer to the dark, to the line, that's when you start to get your depth. And you can bring some of this green in onto your pupil as well, and it just gives it a little bit of character, I think. So I'm just going to continue down at the bottom now. So this here is where she's going to have the little bit of a bag. So from here, just with the skin tone, just draw a little curved line and then start to build this down. How's everybody doing? Has anybody else drawn? Would love to see more drawing, Alison's saying. Yeah, that's brilliant to know, Alison. I'm going to keep going. And Carmen said, Lola, that is fantastic. I wish I had just 1% of your talent. You do though, you do have that talent. Everybody can draw. It's just about practice and finding your style. So have a go. Have a go, and it doesn't matter what it looks like. It's all about just taking part and getting lost for a little while, and you never know what you can create. I've got the ivory now, the ivory in the polychromos, and I'm going to bring it in to this part here where the little bag is under her eye. And I'm sorry, I've had messy fingers and I've made a bit of a mess around here, but it's because my hands are sweating. It was the same when I was on a chant and my hands kept sweating. I don't know that I'll ever get used to it. Right, now with the darker flesh colour, I'm just going to put a little line in here, which is where, I don't know what you call this bit in your eye. So there. So this would eventually, you would just eventually take this down and it would become your cheek. So I think when you've got your pale flesh tone and you start just moving it around, you start to naturally see where it's meant to go. That's what I find anyway. So I'm going to go back in again now with the black. Where did I put my black? Is this it? Yeah. So again, coming back in, and you find that the more you keep going over it, the darker it becomes more realistic. So we get a bit of depth. And I will give her some eyelashes. Will we give her some really long, oh, them dropping my pencils. We'll give her some really long eyelashes. So thank you, Lola. So I'm also going to put a little bit of gold in here where it was a bit lighter, and go in again with some more of the yellow. And if you go over the top of the green, it starts to, the yellow, if you go over any of the colours with the yellow, it makes it a lot more vibrant. How we doing? Has anybody done any drawing with me? So Tina's saying I need more polychromos. The trouble is, Tina, they're so addictive. I spend all my money on pencils, that's the only thing. So the darker skin tone, and I'm just building it up again. And then I'm going to go in with some brown in a minute just to give it a bit more depth. So another really good pencil, if I can find it, is the sepia, but I don't know where it's gone. Oh, Lola's got it. Is that it? So yeah, the sepia, oh, that one's too blunt, darling. I thought I had one sharpened, I don't know. Anyway, we'll just use the walnut brown. So if we go in here to the crease, oh sorry, I went over that bit, sorry, shaky hand. And that starts to build up the depth again. Just keep going over it and over it again, and then faintly just bring it up. Just little strokes, and that gives you the feeling of the shadow. And when you're doing your face, you can then take this brown up, and then that gives you, and then you're going to have your hair coming down. So yeah, you can start having that darker there. Just have a play. So there, we're getting close to the end. I'm going to give her some eyelashes. So I'm just hoping my hand's not shaking too much. I'll just fill in her eyebrow as well a bit with the darker. So normally you would give her a bit more like the effect of some hair, but I'm just going to do the line for tonight just to let you see where the eyebrow would be, and again put some more cream in here. And then you can start to go over with your cream over, and then that starts to bring it all together. There's probably people out there who know better than me with drawing and I'm trying to tell you how to do it. But just do it your way, do it whatever way you like. Is everybody still there? So Alison's saying she used to love drawing when I was at school, would love to try again. I could never draw noses. Oh yeah, noses can be quite tricky, but I've got my own way. I've found my own way of drawing a nose, so at some point I'll do that one as a tutorial as well. But yeah, I'm starting to take the skin tone up towards the eyebrow and then fill it in a little bit so that this bit here starts to shine a bit more, if that makes sense. So I think once you've got the main outlines, you can start to get a bit darker, a bit heavier, and you can start to go in different strokes. So yeah, so that's the top bit pretty much. I mean, you can keep going. The thing is, it takes me days to do my pictures because I just keep going over them with layers and layers and layers. So I'm going to do her eyelashes, and I am going to start here, and then I bring them down in a curl like that, so they're kind of going over, they're coming down over the pupil. And again, we'll go here and do another one. And it's quite nice if you've got like Nouveau drops or sparkles, you can start adding them onto the top because that's quite a nice touch, especially when you're doing your journaling. And then this one. And then I'll bring one from here just up like that. And then what I usually do, once I'm happy with where my eyelashes are, I usually get a fine liner pen. I use the Micron one and go over again. So just it's ideal when you don't have a shaky hand. And at the minute, I can't say my hand is not shaking. So, but I'm going to try. So there. How are you getting on, Lola?
Alright, yeah, I've kind of...
Oh, you're doing hair? Oh, blue hair. Oh, that's really nice. So there. So that makes them pop a bit more. And then with your fine liner, you can go into these bits here, and then again, that gives you a bit more depth. So I'm hoping I've done all right. Please tell me if I haven't, because there's always room for improvement, and I will promise to try and not be so nervous and do better next time. But please give me your feedback, let me know where I need to improve, and I'll take it on board. So oh yeah, we need a little red bit. I forgot about this little, so in here, just a little bit of red. And then that gives you that little... Looking fab, and you're great at explaining. Oh, thank you. Is it Rizwana? Rizwana? I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name properly. But thank you very much. And Sarah, thanks very much. Loved it. Fantastic. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Katie. Thank you so much. I'm hoping that I've helped. And please do, if you do manage to go and have a bit of a draw, please share it with me. Let me see what you've done. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to attempt. So there, that's my eye for now. You can keep going and build up more. And can I show you what Lola's done? I'm going to bring you, that's Lola's eye. What do you think? Blue with the blue hair. And do you want to say goodbye, Lola?
Bye.
So yeah, I'm going to just turn the phone around and say goodbye. I'm still sweating. I've not got sweaty palms, but I'm hoping that was useful for you. It's lovely having you all supporting me. It's been so nice. It's nice knowing lots of people are there, but also nerve-wracking. But thank you anyway. Please do stay in touch. Somebody said, Denise is saying that's amazing, and Fran, thank you so much for years now. I have tried to draw an eye and you have helped me nail it. That's what I want to do. I want people to start drawing and just go for it. You can do it, and every time you do it, you get better and better. That's all I can say. So I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm glad I was able to help. Thank you, Tina. Oh, thank you. Right, I'm going to go now. I'm going to say goodbye, Lola.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you. Speak soon. Bye.